Hello, Graveyard Talkers, and welcome to another episode of Graveyard Talking. My name's Randy. Appreciate you joining me on my journey to find out about the spirits. As I've always said, there are more days behind me than there are in front of me, and before my time comes, I want to try to find out everything I can about what's going to happen to me after I pass away. So here we are. We're actually alongside the road. This is an old farmer's graveyard, family graveyard. See if I can turn this. So you should see a house right there. That was the original farmhouse, McCormick farmhouse. And it was Daniel McCormick, his wife, if I understand correctly, his wife and his children. And I'm trying to pull up the little information that I had on it. Looks like it was him, his wife, and one or two kids. Now, no one really knows anything about this cemetery. There are some folklore. God, sometimes I just murder words. There's some local history about this here, about this monument here, this little graveyard here, because nobody really seems to know much of anything about it. So some of the things is it's a graveyard from a farmer who got struck by lightning while on horse buggy. Never heard that one before. A little boy who got run over by the tractor. The family and the son died from listeria, possibly from drinking dirty water. And one or all of them died in a fire. And the wife's maiden name was Dodie. None of us know. Now, behind the camera, over that way, is Dodie Road. That's where my car is sitting right here behind us. I'm about 3 foot from my car. And the road, you heard the vehicle. You may not have heard the vehicle went by. So this road seems to be that it was probably named after her. Maybe this was the road that was coming into their farmland back in the day. I don't know. Nobody knows. But I thought we'd come here today, and I thought we'd do a spirit box session and see what the spirits of Daniel and the three others that are buried here, they all say unknown. I think one of them has a first initial D. Don't know if that's the son, don't know if that's the wife. I just don't know. So with that, why don't we start a spirit session here? Let's see what happens. There is a big cemetery not too far from here. But let's see what happens. Maybe we can contact the spirits of Daniel and or his family. Are any of the McCormicks here who would like to talk to us today? So my name is Randy. I'm here to find out what happened to you guys. Why are you buried here alongside the road? Because there was a cemetery not too far from here. We know that probably in the day it was not a road. It was probably your backyard. And there went a vehicle by us on the road, on Dodie Road. So to the McCormick family, my name is Randy. I certainly would like to talk to you. The wind's blowing pretty good, as you can tell. So it's very hard for me to hear the speaker. But hopefully we're able to pick stuff up. All right, what I did hear something about Mary, and we believe that's the wife's name, and something about have we decided. All right, so the third time it took forever. The third time, what do you mean the third time it took forever? I heard spirit. Not sure if it was to become a spirit or for the spirit, but I heard spirit. So if it was a spirit, are you trying to tell me it took forever to become a spirit? So are you saying that the dying process was long, Mary? So why were you all buried here? And then we'll get into some of the folklore in a minute. But why were you all buried here on your property instead of in town, which is about a mile from here? All right. Heard something about December. Not too sure what else I heard. The wind is really picking up, making it extremely hard to hear. So there are some things here that I'd like to talk to the McCormicks about. And one of them was how the father died and the son died. Was Mr. McCormick struck by lightning, and was the son, the little boy, was he run over by a tractor? Yes, I am recording it. So there were some questions about how the family died. We have that the father was struck by lightning. We have that the son was run over by the tractor. We have that everybody in the family died in a fire. We had that you got sick from drinking dirty water. Can you tell us what the cause of the deaths were here that made you become spirits? The deaths.
I don't know.
Thought I heard tractor in there, so let's go back to the tractor. Was indeed the son or the father killed by a tractor? All right, what about a fire? Was there a fire here? Was there a fire at this farm? I don't know. We'll have to go back and listen to everything because I thought I heard on purpose. So got a truck coming by here. So this will take a second for the truck to go by. I love it when people drive by me and look at me wondering, what the hell's he doing? So was there a fire in this house? Let's try it again. Somebody said it was on purpose. If there was a fire and it was on purpose, who set the fire?
From our
Stephen, I don't have any listing of I'll double check, but I don't have any listing of a Stephen here. Oh goodness, another bad hair day. So why was the fire set?
Could you
I heard reference. I heard to die. So someone started the fire to kill someone. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but
All right. And what about drinking bad water? Did you drink bad water?
it's cool with
Heard Cool Whip, and then I heard with a straw. I don't think either one of those were invented back when the McCormicks passed away.
Good.
All right, so what do you all think about now that there is a pretty major road, not a lot of traffic, but enough traffic that goes by? Okay, Mr. McCormick, you were obviously a farmer. What did you grow here? What did you grow on your land? I heard Mary Ellen in there. Didn't hear anything that come through. This would have probably been corn, maybe wheat. I think right now, last year, I think it's an organic farm now. That's what it is here. It's organic farm here, organic farm over there. So I'm not quite sure what they grew here. Did you go into Maybe often? Did the family go into Maybe often? This would have been maybe a mile. I can see the town. I can see one of the buildings from the town here. So I'm going to say probably maybe 2 miles to town. Did you go into town often?
You are.
And if you had to go into town, what did you go into town for? The people. I heard him say the people. So a female voice in there say the people. So apparently you went in town to socialize. And I heard somebody say query in there, which is a British term for question. What is your question? Okay, and there might have been a question, why don't you sit closer? I think I heard. Not quite sure. I think I heard closer, and I thought I heard, why don't you sit? This is on a hill. So in order to get my beautiful face in the shot and get the monument in the shot, I'm about 6 feet away. It's the closest that I can get. So when you went in town for the people, obviously you did that to socialize. What kind of activities did you do in town? Maybe it was a pretty bustling town in the 1850s. I heard coal, maybe buying coal. Did you sell your produce in town, whatever you grew?
You. But also, so. No.
And so from here, how long did it take you when you went to go into town? Because obviously the roads are asphalt now, but back in those days they would have just been dirt, maybe even just a trail. Blue Bush Road is just north of here, and that would have been one of the main roads that you would have taken into Monroe, which is about 10 miles behind me or so, give or take. How long did it take you just to go up here to town? How long would it take you with your horse and buggy to go uptown? All right, so I heard 26 or something of that nature. We'll check it out, whether it was 26 minutes. That would be about a half an hour. I don't think they'd be that precise in time, though. And how often would you go into town, Mr. McCormick?
Fine.
Candy.
Now, we believe there are 4 people buried here. Can you give me the names of the 4 people who are buried here? Now, I will have to check because I think 3 times I heard McCormick and I heard once Daniel. So we'll have to check really close when I listen to it. You'll know, like I say, you'll know before I know, because I don't know. But by the time you hear this, you will know whether or not they said what I thought they said. So has anybody else been out here to talk to you through a spirit box where they can talk to you like I do? Has anybody else sat here and talked to you guys? I heard yep once. And what do you think about that? Are you impressed by that? Are you happy that happens? Do you wish we wouldn't come here? Are you glad people stop by and visit you?
No.
I heard it seems crazy. So with that, I think that we will wrap it up on this visit talking with the spirits. Is there anything else you all would like to say before we call it a day here? Is there anything that I could do to help you in the spirit world? Alrighty, and with that, like I always said, you're not here to talk to me. We're here to hear what they have to say. My words don't mean a doggone thing. It's what Daniel McCormick and his family had to tell us. It seems like they went into town. From what I can get out of it before I've listened to everything, that they would go in town to socialize with the people and to get coal. So it was probably, the house was probably maybe warmed with coal. I don't know. But we'll listen to everything. I want to thank you all for spending some time with me here today. I want to thank the McCormick family, as I said. I and Daniel and his family for allowing me to talk to them today. And with that, I will see you all on the next one.